Okay, so now we're gonna go on and learn what an array is. So an array is basically just a collection of a single data type. Um, so yeah, so let me just show you a quick example of an array. So we're going to make one that contains only integers. So we're going to do int, open bracket, close bracket, and we're going to call this integers equals new int, open bracket, close bracket, and then in here we have to specify the size in these brackets. So let's just do 5. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are now going to populate the array or place elements into that array. So we're going to go down here, we're going to do integers, spelled that wrong. So integers, open bracket, close bracket, and then inside these brackets you want to put the position of the array that you want to access. So arrays, they start at position 0 and go up to 1 less than the specified length. So for this array will go from 0 to 4. So yeah, so we're going to start at position 0 and we're going to say that's going to equal, let's just say 0. And then I'm going to do this for all of the positions in the array. Okay, so here you can see we've populated the array where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements like we specified. It starts at position 0 and ends at 4, which is 1 less than the number we specified. So now what we're going to do is we are going to print out our array just so you can see kind of how it's going to look when you print it out. So let's run this, and here doesn't look all that great. And this is a location in memory that is printing out. So what you're going to want to do is come here, and what we're going to do is print out each position in the array, and we're going to format it in such a way that it looks a little bit nicer. So we're going to use system.out.print as well as println. Then okay, so all I'm doing here is going through and accessing each position in the array and printing that out, and then simply formatting it so it looks a little bit nicer. when we print it out. And the reason I'm doing a print ln last is just so it goes down to the next line, so that if we were to print anything after this, it wouldn't be on the same line. So let's go ahead and run this. And actually, let's add a comma in between there, just so it, again, a little more readable, and looks a little bit nicer. So let's go ahead and run that. As you can see, everything prints out nice and neat. And as you can see here, each position is correlating with these numbers. Now, if we were to change this, let's say, let's do 0, 11, 22, 33, and 44, and then print that out, then all of those values are reflected when we print them out. So, okay, so let's say now we want to do well, yeah, let's say we want to do an array of strings. So again, copy this, and we're going to make a helper method. This is probably not the best name for this method, but I'm just trying to get it out quickly. So, okay. Alright, so now that I've got this set up, then let's go down here and do something similar with an array of strings. So we're going to do the same thing, string, open, close brackets, and we're going to call the variable strings. So we're going to do new string, open, close, semicolon, and then the size. Actually, no, we're not going to do the size, but we're going to do something a little different. So if you don't want to specify the size, and you already know all of the elements that are going into your array, you can open up curly brackets. And when I do this, what I like to do is open the curly bracket, hit enter, and then in Eclipse, it'll add this second curly bracket down here. And then we can add all of the stuff that we want in our array down there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do kind of a play on hello world. So we're going to do hello world exclamation mark. So don't need that. And let me put a space in there just so I can print everything out. So this is also a way to define an array. And I'm going to come down here and I'm going to show you what I mean. So we're going to do print and then strings at position 0. And we're just going to go through and print all of the values in the array that we created. So, what do you do? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4. Which means we're going to start at 0 and go all the way up to 3. Let's do println, and then right here we're just going to add a little bit of a buffer. just to make it a little nicer looking. Alright, and then let's run this. So, yep, as you can see, prints out hello world there. And it prints out exactly what we have stored in this array. So yeah, and then down here, just to kind of make a point, you can go here and you can say at position 0, I want that to now equal, no, let's not do that. Let's actually change this to position 2, and we're going to say hello Bob. So now when I print this out, it's going to say hello Bob. So when you do this, you can change the elements, and something I don't think I mentioned in the beginning, but I will mention now, arrays are a fixed size, so once you specify the size, either in the brackets like that, or once you do this, you cannot change their size. Maybe somewhere down the line I might go into how you can at least provide the illusion that you're changing the size of an array or something like that, but they are fixed size. So once you make them with either these curly brackets or you initialize them with actual size in those brackets, then it is fixed and you can't change those. So thank you guys, hope this helps.